It feels like a lot of anxiety and pressure to be on the spot to keep the conversation flowing. So let me give you all my tips. Sitting in the social work seat, it looks easy sometimes when you're shadowing a social worker, you're watching your professor, even when you're doing it on a role play, it kind of feels easy. And then when you're face to face with an actual client, we can freeze. I don't want that to happen to you. So today I'm sharing my framework for being in the social work spot. I've used this technique time and time again with the toughest of clients, and trust me, I've had other teachers, other social workers wonder, how do you get students to talk for over an hour? What is happening in there? This technique works. This is a freebie for you. There's going to be a link in the description box below that you can download and take with you and practice. Let's start with S, which is set the tone. The first thing I do when placed in front of a client, a group, a family, is that I set the tone for our interaction that we're gonna have. We can't assume that everybody knows what a social worker is and does. In fact, there's a lot of stigma attached to the label of a social worker. So we have to break it down, what kind of social worker we are, what we do, what we provide, why we're here. We also want to set the tone and explain confidentiality. I have a whole video on this one. I did a revamp on the video. If you want to watch those, I'll link those in the cards above as well so that you can click through and see how I explain confidentiality. But that's a big way to set the tone and to bring some walls down for the clients in front of us. After you set the tone, you're gonna power shift. What this means is you're gonna shift the power from yourself, because so far we've been the ones talking. Sometimes we get comfortable doing that, and then our client never said anything, and then that's what the client is gonna assume every session is gonna be like. That's a big no-no. We don't want to do that. We're going to pull back a little bit and let them explain the problem in their own words. This is very important, just giving them their own voice and letting them know that you're going to be there to listen. We're not going to correct anything. We're not going to challenge anything at this point. We're just simply listening. Once the client knows that you're a good listener, that you're in tune to what they're saying, that you're able to summarize and reflect back, then your open-ended questions are going to continue to feed the conversation and keep it in momentum. And then the last thing to do is a testimony. This is where you align with the client, you set the goals for the session, and you let them know that you have the knowledge base, that you have the skill set, that you have a plan for moving them through their presenting problem and beyond. And you wrap up the session there. You let them know that you're happy to have met them, happy that they shared whatever they shared, pull a little strengths, and then end the session and schedule the next session. Let me wrap up the video by letting you know, people are not going to remember exactly what you do for them or how you help them do this, that, and the other. They're going to remember how you made them feel. This framework for being face-to-face with a client is going to help you tremendously as long as you bring your heart and your passion with you into the social work seat. Okay, so if you watch this whole video, you know what to do now when you're put on the social work spot in front of a client, and that means there's many more clients to come. So be sure that you also grab my CaseLoad tracker. It's also linked in the description box below so that you know how to manage all the cases that are going to be thrown at you, because believe me, they are coming. Please don't forget to like and share and subscribe to this channel if this video was at all helpful. I'll see you very, very soon. Until next time, I'm wishing you social work success.